One of the most powerful Continentals ever made. Look at this. When you just press the screen button here, the iconic V8. And here it is, guys. Today it's time to welcome you with the all-new 2025 model Bentley Continental GT. Right in front of us we have the fourth generation of the Continental, and in today's video it's time to tell you everything you need to know. We will be having a first look. I will be showing you all the design features and elements, talk about the exterior. Afterwards we will be also checking out the inside of the car, and then last but not least we will be listening to the sound of it. So after approximately 7 years, I mean the previous gen was presented in 2017 at the IAA in Frankfurt. Now it's time for the fourth generation, and here we have it, the all-new Bentley Continental GT. And in today's video I will tell you everything you need to know. So let's get it started and let's get right into it. Let me tell you something about the performance. So the new Bentley Continental GT is actually a hybrid, but it still comes with the 4-liter V8 bi-turbo engine, which produces 584 horsepower. But from the electric drive unit we get another 187 horsepower full electric, which makes the new Continental GT a 771 horsepower beast. As you can also see by the design language, the resting beast design philosophy, I mean it really underlines the statement. It's one of the most powerful Continentals ever made. We do the 0 to 60 sprint in 3.1 seconds. Top speed is limited at 208 miles per hour and 335 kilometers per hour. Since we have a plug-in hybrid Continental GT, now here we have the engine sitting in the front with the battery in the back, giving us the perfect 50-50 weight distribution. We even can drive 18 kilometers pure electric, and honestly I don't even mind with this, but with just a click of a button you can activate the V8, which we will be listening to in a minute. We have the 8-speed DCT transmission with an electric diff, and we have a lot of things that I have to show you. First things first, extremely interesting exterior paint option that we have here is called Extreme Silver, and I am in love. I really love it. It really underlines the extremely luxurious design features here. But since we have a speed model, you can see everything here finished in black. We'll be showing you everything in a minute. First things first, let's talk about the face of the new Continental GT. And with the face, I mean obviously we get a completely rechanged front, and with the new front we also get these new headlights. First time that we have a single headlight setup here, because usually with the Continentals and all the other cars we had double headlights, but this one is actually Bacala inspired. You can see just by the shape of the headlight unit. It's also pretty interesting the way they did it. You can see, we just have a closer look, we have quite a lot of LEDs inside and integrated. Also the top here looking like crystals. We have this straight line, then we have these 3 LED bulbs. It's really cool the way they did it. Let me just unlock the car and then show you the animation and the headlight in general. There you go, so cool, love it. How do you guys like these? We have the Bentley specific emblem here in the front. It's super cool, even though we have a speed this being finished in chrome, because apart from that there's nothing finished in chrome, because the front grille is full blacked out. Also the front bump has been completely rechanged, just still giving us an extremely luxurious feeling here. Underlining the sportiness of this V8 beast is yet again plus 700 horsepower, which makes this one of the most powerful Bentleys ever made. I really love it. And yet again, Bentley hasn't really changed too much, and that's what I really appreciate about the design philosophy and the highlights with the dimensions. It's slightly longer than the previous gen, but apart from that you can still say it's a Bentley Continental GT. That's what I really like, especially with the lines here. You can see the way they merge in the body, and then here the extremely nice and bold looking shoulders of the car, the stance of it, really cool. underlining the sportiness of the car. We have 22-inch wheels here, full finished in black, as you can see. My favorite part of this is actually the center here with the Bentley emblem, which you can just move around. It's so funny. We have the brakes right behind of it, 22 inches S wheels. It's pretty cool, but there's also going to be a few more new other wheel options to choose from for the Continental GT. We'll be showing you that in the future. So as you can already see, we have the GTC model here. Quick sneak preview in the inside, and now let's talk about the rear. And here we have it, the all-new Bentley Continental rear. Let me just start up the animation of the rear taillight, because these look pretty cool. Look at this. Wow, so cool. Did you see the animation of the taillights? Also first time that Bentley goes with two-parted taillights here. It's pretty cool. Back in the days we always had a single part. It's more slim. The design in general of the taillight is so luxurious. It literally looks like a 3D art piece. As you have a closer look here with all these LED pins, the way they did it, yet again, giving us a crystal feeling here is extremely cool. Very interesting design element here. How do you guys like it? I'm in love, honestly. We also have the Bentley emblem, and something really cool is as soon as I push that, we can open up the trunk. And since we have a plug-in hybrid here, the trunk size is less than with the previous generation due to the battery placement versus bigger, and then it's taking away a bit of space, but yet again we still have plenty of space in the back. You can easily fit 2 luggage pieces in the back, and you can open and close this with just a click of a button. There we go. We have the rear exhaust tips here, finishing this round shape here. Real exhaust tips right behind of it, so there's no fake covers or something. And I think the extreme silver really underlines the luxurious but yet very sporty design, yet again with the animation here. But now let's actually talk about the inside, because this for me personally is what makes Bentley so special. Interior design's been always one of the main highlights of the Continental, and there's quite a few features and highlights that I have to underline. And before we actually start with the main interior, just look at this. As soon as you open the door, let me just do that again here, watch this. How cool is that? So we have this entrance light here, which is actually animated the way they did it. I think on camera you can't actually see it, but it's super clean, very cool the way they did it. Also it's colored, and yeah, you can see it's here underneath. And as soon as you just close the door and then just open it up again, you have this cool animation, really lovely, fancy. Bentley entrance board here is illuminated. We have the speed here as well. I really love it. Braking gas pedals, brake pedal, even with the Bentley initials all around. So we have the Beluga interior here with a few blue details all around, and you will find them in the interior quite often. I really like the interior spec here, and as you have the first look in the inside, you can instantly see that there is not a lot of changes, but we have quite a few that I have to show you. So let me just jump inside and show you everything you need to know. First things first, we have soft closing doors here. We have the start stop button right over here. Let me just press it once. As soon as I do that, we have the digital display. And then when you just press the screen button here, we have these dials here. I really love that. Huge fan that Bentley kept all of this. Very traditional. Bentley is one of the only to do that, and I also really appreciate the way that they kept physical buttons. Also the haptic feeling, also the finish of the buttons in general is top notch, and I think this really makes a luxury car. First things first, I mean, we have this main display. I thought it's big in size, but it's actually the same. When I just press the screen here, you have these dials, just less displays. We have this main driver's display here. We have the steering wheel, just quite looks familiar already when you compare it with the previous generation. The finish of this Speed Special is full Alcantara, and then we have the leather with the blue contrast stitching. Huge fan. And something that I have to underline is that we don't have regular chrome in the inside. Since we have a Speed model here, it's dark tinted chrome. You can actually see that on every single part part here. Even here on the buttons, you see that. The air vents, here the door handles, anything is finished in this dark tinted chrome. Huge fan. We have the shift knob here, even this one leathered with the dark tinted. The finish is superb, all these buttons here. Huge fan, also the finish of the AC control unit. The feeling is perfect. Also with the air vents, lovely. Looking at the seats in general, the finish, the materials they've used is just perfection in my point of view. Here with the speed details on the headrest, we have the contrast stitching, leather finish, Alcantara, perforated leather again. We have blue leather contrast stitching yet again. Also on the back seats, I also love this 3D elemented leather finish here on the door panel in specific. We have the speed badge also here in the inside. We have quite a lot of Alcantara used, as we have a speed model here, but I think that it's the perfect mix between having a very luxurious but yet again extremely sporty car here. How do you guys like the interior setup? But now we will be actually doing something that you guys been waiting for. We will be listening to the sound. Before I actually start with the sound, let me also show you the infotainment in general, because this has been changed. There you go. The entire infotainment menu is just so much easier to operate now. It's fully touch. It's pretty easy. And then we just switch all around. The home, radio, media, online media, whatever you need. Unfortunately, we are not connected with the internet right now, but there are quite a few more interesting features that I have to show you. We have the Bentley specific watch here in the interior, and even though a lot of big manufacturers are moving away from having these kind of dials in the inside and replacing them with displays, I appreciate that Bentley didn't do that. Also here on the driver's display you can see we have the 3D animated car here for all the assistants, and then we even have a night vision camera. It's so cool to have that, so easy to operate, and you can even see electric range here. Apart from that, that's actually it. And now we will be starting up the all-new Continental GT 321. And that's it. The car is actually ready to drive, and as you can also see on the display, it will always start in EV driving mode, so full electric. But as soon as you switch the car to sport, wow, we have the iconic V8. Okay, the engine is ready. 3 to 1, listen to this. As you can see, we have a rev limiter here at 3000 RPM. But apart from that, really nice sounding V8. What do you guys think? Okay, before we actually finish off the video, let me also show you how close the soft top here, Bentley Continental GTC. Here we go. There we go, and it will also close all the windows. Perfect. What do you guys think? Here we go. Let me just open up the soft top for you again. There you go. That puts up all the windows. With just a click of a button, you can also put down all the windows at once. But now let's talk about the sound from the outside. Okay, to finish off the video, we will be listening to the sound from the outside as well. We'll be starting up the car. As soon as you actually start it up, it will be starting in EV mode. So right now it's ready to drive, fully electric. You can already hear the noises of the battery working. But as soon as you switch the car to sport mode, oh yes, here you go. And let's rev it a few times. There you go. What do you guys think of the sound? Leave it in the comment section below.